For the guys who have never been on the road in the SEC, what's your advice to them about handling the moment, calming down, and doing their job?
Yeah, we can see a lot of the guys have jitters. I know we're all antsy around. We're excited. This is what we came to Georgia for. SEC to open up like this is amazing. It's thrilling. But we still have to stay composed. We still have to follow our game plan and stay true to ourselves and just play Georgia football.
Colbie had 7 receptions on Saturday. How would you evaluate how you played, and what's it been like building that rapport with Gunner just through the entire offseason?
Yeah, it's a great opportunity, just making plays for Gunner, keeping his confidence up, and just catching every pass that comes our way. We look at our receiver room so deeply, we never know when somebody else can show off. We have so many great talents in that room, so just getting the opportunity and taking advantage of it is a blessing.
Last year you dealt with a legal situation and then obviously a suspension. What did you learn from that process?
Just being grateful in my situation that I'm in. I'm blessed to be here. I'm blessed to be around the teammates that I have. We talk about connection every day, and I really saw it when I was out for that moment. I had a blessing of teammates just reaching out to me, making sure I was good every day, and I love them for that every day.
Yeah, Kirby was saying the team takes on your energy, takes on your enthusiasm. Just what do you attribute that to, especially in the receiver room as a guy that's going into a second year here?
Just staying positive. We're gonna face adversity. We're not gonna be perfect every day, but just remembering that we're one of the best units on this team. And keeping these guys, like I've seen people make plays every day in that room, and just telling them that you're one of the best that I've ever seen play. So keep staying positive and keep doing what you do.
Kirby also said that you know what you're fighting for this season. Can you share a little bit about what that is?
Oh yeah, this is my last year. I'm blessed to be here for another year, and I'm just taking it as a positive blessing that I've seen what it can be like, and I'm just excited to be here and play football, the game I love.
Yeah, Colbie had 7 catches Saturday, but I want you to talk me through one that might have gotten away on the fade ball there. Talk me through that, and what your thought process is when you get there inside the 5. The offense is down there, or you're wanting the ball. Talk me through your fade ball process, if you would.
Yeah, I got a good release on the DB. I got to go make that play. Gunner gave me a great ball, great timing, that's everything we work on, and just I got to come down with that.
So your left, Colbie, two-parter. One, how many times do you think you'll hear Rockytop this week in practice, and is it kind of burning in your head? And 2, the communication with your quarterback in a hostile environment. What's the key right there?
Gunner has a great voice. He's very vocal, very loud, so we hear him in the huddle. He's very confident in his calls and his checks, so we're very confident we'll be good under pressure. Coach Smart does an amazing job of making it loud and making it uncomfortable on Tuesday, Wednesday, every day in practice. He's going to get after us on the mic and all that, so we're excited, but I feel like practice is going to be harder, so it'll be great.
The song in your head?
I haven't really heard that song yet, but I played at Miami and we asked to listen to the Florida State song, so I feel like I'll be good.
Colbie, after 2 games, the running game has kind of been pretty consistent. What do you think about the passing game so far? Are you guys kind of where you are, or what areas can you guys get better at?
Yeah, I think we're doing good. We're making catches. We're not really dropping anything. And we have a dominant O-line and a dominant running game. So when we got defenses not trying to allow the deep ball and they're just going to give us the run, we're going to insert our dominance on the running game. And we have some great backs as Nate and Chauncey and even Dwight. Let them go to work. And when they play up, and we'll take our shots when we can. But until then, we got to stay patient, stay focused, run our routes, and be great.
Yeah, it seemed like a few of your catches the other day were catched at the line and on the RPOs. It's all after the catch. How much have you worked on improving that run after the catch, yards after catch skill set heading into the season?
Yeah, Coach Coley talks about changing the game. We got to break one of those. You got to be great. If you want to play at the next level, show why you can play at the next level. I can't just be a fade ball guy. I got to show if you dump it down underneath, I'm going to get the dirty yards and get what we need.
Yeah, part of the reason you're back this year is because of the Diego Pavia injunction that was granted. Just when that happened and you learned that you could possibly have another year here at Georgia, just what was sort of going through your mind and how did that maybe energize you?
I just felt extremely blessed getting another opportunity to be with my guys. Like I said before, our team is great at just helping me be here. They welcome me back with open arms and everything, no judgment, no anything. So I love the guys for that, and that's why every day I go out and ball as much as I can.
Colbie, right up here. Throughout your career, each season has been a different quarterback that you've kind of played with. When you developed that rapport with Gunner, last year through the offseason, what kind of stands out about him that maybe we don't see, when he talks to us, or when we don't see it in practice? What stands out about him in developing that rapport?
He's just such a hard worker. If he misses a throw, he's like, dude, I gotta get this, so let's do it again. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. He just wants to be perfect, and we always tell him, like, nobody's perfect in this world, Gunner. Like, you'll be all right. And he's like, no, I gotta get it. Like, I gotta do this again. So just in his confidence and his wanting to be great just instills in us to, like, we gotta be better. We gotta play up to his level and just keep him as confident as possible.
Question about his confidence. He said after the game he needed to work on it, and we didn't see a lot of downfield passing, mainly not enough time to see it develop. But what are you seeing in practice that you want to tell him, hey, bring that to the game?
Yeah,
We've
yeah.
seen it.
He's explosive in practice. I've seen him make unbelievable next level plays. He has an unbelievable arm. I like to say he's like kind of like a Russell Wilson type, the way he puts the ball in the air and he just drop it in the bucket. But when we play defenses that are not allowing us to throw that, we got to make sure just don't force it. We got a great running game, and just stay confident in yourself. It's going to come eventually. We got a long season ahead, and we're going to have a successful season throwing the ball. So just stay confident it's going to come.
Colbie, you were a pretty experienced receiver by the time you got here to Georgia, but where do you feel like you were as a blocker when you first got to Georgia, and how much growth do you feel like you've had in that area of your game?
We have a thing called mod bracket every Tuesday, and we're blocking on the perimeter. So I feel like Coach Smart done a great job of, if I'm not making a block out there, he's going to make me do it again and over again. And just that repetition over and over again just helped me fit my hands better. Just practicing at that level is amazing.
Yeah, to follow up on the Tuesday thing, we always hear about Bloody Tuesdays and stuff. As a guy transferring in from another, power program, how much of a culture shock was it your first Bloody Tuesday in Athens?
Yeah, it was insane. It's everything that you think of. It's bloody, it's fast, it's physical. Guys are hitting, guys are going to the ground, and we're trying to keep each other safe. But when you hear Coach Smart on that Mark Heparin at you, you want to just go harder. So we're getting after each other, but we're keeping each other safe and getting better.
You guys have a noticeable jump in competition this week playing your first SEC game. Is there maybe an excitement to finally show what you guys can go out there and do against an evenly matched opponent?
Absolutely. They're a great team, and we know that. We're getting in the film room now. We're about to attack this scouting report and attack these guys. But I think we just know that if we stay true to ourselves, stay true to the game plan, we can be a very explosive offense, and we'll be successful.
Any more for Colbie? All right, Colbie, thank you.
Thank you
Thanks,
guys for
Colbie.
having me.